via remitter. Every payment to NBTE is to be done via remitter. So we can see, click on visit remitter and other guidelines. So when I scroll down, we can see that we don't have any data available because we don't have any pending payments. So please, it is very important for institutions to not make any payments unless the system has generated an invoice for us, and like we have seen the invoice under the payments tab. So in this case, we are not having any pending payments or any approved payments. That is why we see displaying no data available in table. So the next functionality that we have is the update profile functionality. So when I click on it, we can see that it is empty. There are instances whereby NBTE will require institution to update their profile, maybe their email address, their phone numbers, their website, and other information. So when the request is there, we are going to see the request pending on this page. But right now, we don't have any request pending. That is why the page is, we have a blank page. So the next functionality we have is users administration functionality. So this is a major update that was done to the digital platform with the suggestion of the director ICT, Dr. Babangida Albaba. And like we have find it very difficult and convenient for institutions. So clicking on this users administration, each department of the institution or each program of the institution are having their independent login credentials. So for instance, when we have requested or an institution have requested for either carrying capacity increase, accreditation, or request to mount new program. So each independent department or each department have the system will automatically generate login credentials for them so that they log in using that credential and access the functionality to provide the required information for the on the self-study questionnaire and submit to NBTE for processing. Right now, for this institution, we have only 3 users. So, but this is dynamic. If an institution are having 100 programs, so they are going to see 100 users displayed on the users administration page. As an administrator, that is chief executive or the head of ICT for institutions. So when we log in, we have functionality to view the users or the departmental users that we have on the system. So when I click on this plus, because like my screen is small, so it's displayed this way. So we can see a button that says reset. So if we want to reset passwords for those departmental users, maybe they have forgotten their password or somebody have changed the passwords or for whatever reason. So as administrators, we log into our dashboard, go to users administration from the menu section. When we open it, so we can be able to search or see the program that's the user ID of each individual program, and also we can reset the passwords. So to reset the passwords, we click on this reset. We can see a success message. It says password reset successfully to a number given. So we can communicate that to the department. So the next functionality that we have is academic staff for quality assurance. So that is an approval whereby staff of institutions can be used as resource persons for evaluation of submissions by institution. So this is purely a digital process. Once we upload the list of our qualified staff, so MBT will do a process whereby those staff will be trained and on use of digital MBT platform, so that when a staff is selected for an evaluation or for another purpose, he or she can be able to do that digitally and seamless. So to add the staff, we have to provide some information about the staff and like click on add. So it will be the next action will be communicated to that staff accordingly. So we can see that we have only one staff existing with name Umar Sani. So the next functionality we have on the digital platform is the data management unit. As earlier mentioned by the director ICT, so there are maybe instances whereby NBTE are requesting for submission of data from institutions. So when the request is made, it will be communicated to the institution, and they come to the portal, access the digital management unit section of the portal, and provide the relevant information or the requested information or data. So I click on it. So when I click on it, we can see a table with 10 records. So we can see the form type is enrollment. This is the session we are expected to submit. So if we are to submit for any session or for any request after it has been communicated, when we log in and access the data management unit tab, we are going to see all the information that is required of us. So because my screen is small, that is why I have to open the row from this plus sign. But if we are on a bigger screen, let's say a laptop or a desktop or a bigger tablet, so we don't need to click on this plus, it will not appear. So we'll just see this process button, and we can also see a remark that's a request remark. So please ensure that all records are entered correctly. So to enter a record, remember this is enrollment, and this is the session 2018-2019 session. So I will click on process. We are going to be displayed with this page. So we have the request type, we have the session and remark, just the information that we have on that other page, that's on that previous page. So when we scroll down, so we are going to see all of our approved programs. In our own case, we have only HND cybersecurity. So that is why we have only HND cybersecurity. If an institution are having 100 programs, so all those 100 programs will be displayed here so that they upload the requested data, which in this case is enrollment data for all of the programs that we are offering or that we have. So to do that, we click on this plus sign just before the serial number. But if on a bigger screen, so it's not going to, we are going to see everything in one row. So we, to upload an information, this is HND cybersecurity full time. I will click on upload records. So it's going to open this pop-up display for me. We can see guidelines on how to submit the data. These are the data formats that the system will accept. We have levels which serve as a guide for us. We have gender, location. So these are just guidelines on for us to on how to populate our Excel file, because we need to upload an Excel file of the requested data, which in this case is enrollment for HND cybersecurity full time. We can also download a sample template, sample Excel templates, so that we fill that template and upload the template to the system. And also we can download the state and local government guide to guide us, because like we are not going to upload the explicit names of states. For instance, Kaduna. When we check this document, we can see that each state is having its own code, so in bracket, and also all the local governments of that state are having some codes. So we are expected to use this code when uploading details for the quality assurance. So this is it for data management units. So when we are sure of what we are doing, we can see that these are records that were added. Can delete these records to upload another one. So to upload the record, we just simply click on this choose file. We select the location of the file that we want to upload and click on upload records. So it will validate against the predefined rules. So if everything is successful, it is going to display a success message for us. And also we are going to see all the lists of trainees, enrollment trainees that we have added. So this is basically what we have for the data management unit. The next one we have is for new institutions. So which currently, due to time factor, we are not going to delve into it, because right now there is moratorium on the establishment of new institutions. So the next functionality we have is NBTE letters. So official letters from NBTE, uh, uploaded official letters from NBTE that we can be able to access. So this is the place that we are going to see all the letters that are related to us and are uploaded via the system. So clicking on it, we can see the name of our school, and the type of the document is NBT Quality Assurance Approval Letter. so we can be able to download the letter for our own internal consumption. So the next functionality that we have, which is very important, is the accreditation status functionality. So I'm clicking on it. We are going to see all the programs that we have approved for our institution with their expiry dates, their grant date, and also the approved number of streams and also the status of the program. Right now, we don't have any program. So that is why we have this empty. This is just a test institution. So the next functionality that we have, um, request for reaccreditation. That is when we have a program or some programs have expired. That means their accreditation that is due or has passed due. So this is where to initiate the request. You don't need to, institutions don't need to write any formal letter to NBTE. They simply log into the portal, come to this reaccreditation request, make their request, and NBT is going to receive that request and process accordingly. So when I click on it, because if you remember, we don't have any program. That is why we see that programs due for reaccreditation is empty. So, and the next table that we have is already added programs to our own cart. The next functionality we have is new program request. So this new program request is a request whereby an institutions want to mount an additional program from the list of programs that they have. So they, just like the way we have for accreditation, institutions don't need to write physical letter to NBTE. So they come to the portal, access the access the new program tab from the navigation section. So after successfully, if this successfully opens, we are going to be presented with something like this. So to make a new request for to make a request for a new program, so we simply click on this new request. So when we scroll down, we are going to see the list of all approved programs by NBTE, which we are not offering. In this case, so all the programs are displayed for us. Um, all the programs are displayed for us to select the program or the programs that we want to add. So let's just, for this testing purpose, we let me just quickly add ND computer science. Okay, this is it. I add it. It says added successfully. So depending on the screen size, if the screen size is big, so we are going to see this response on the left side of the screen. Or sorry, on the right side of the screen. But because my screen is small, that is why I have to scroll down to see the program that I have added. We can see the title of this table. It says added program. So if we add 100 programs, they are going to appear on the either the right side of the screen on a bigger screen, or when we scroll down on a smaller screen. So we can remove. So once we remove, we get a confirmation success message. So, and we have no data available, and we can add n number of programs depending on the facilities and our resources that we have for that particular program. So animal health, so we have aircraft maintenance. Like I've mentioned, we can add n number of programs. So let me remove them. So, and add only one program, which is ND computer science. So ND computer science, this is it. I will add. Okay, when I scroll up, we are going to see this details that says the ratio. So it tells us, it calculates the ratio of technology to non-technology programs for us. So right now we have only one program, which is computer science, and it's a technology program. That is why the percentage for computer science is 100. So there are some rules that allow us to have a ratio for the number of technology programs, non-technology programs that we can offer. So we write a remark and submit the request to NBTE for approval. So I will come back to this. So the next functionality we have is the carrying capacity increase. So just like reaccreditation, so when we have a program, let's say, for instance, we are approved to accommodate 100 students, but we have some additional resources whereby we see we have met the criteria or for expansion of our admission base or of our approved students. So we come to carrying capacity increase, and also if a program is due for the accreditation, so we can't do carrying capacity increase for that program. So because we don't have any program, that is why the data is empty. So for both the already added programs and also the existing programs that we have. The next functionality we have is SSQ. When we have made a request and the request is processed by NBTE, we are to come to the digital platform and provide some information that are required of us and submit to NBTE for evaluation. So the next functionality we have is visit. So when we have NBTE have scheduled a verification visit to our institution, so we are going to see details of that visit under the visit tab and also the pending visits. The next functionality we have is sideways. So this is where institutions will request for accreditation of their sideways unit. So and also for the accreditation of the sideways expiry that they have. So I will click on new requests. We can see that we don't have any sideways requests. Just like the way we have for new program, when we want to initiate, we'll click on this. So we got a success message, and also processing fee invoice was generated for us. So we can go after like when I click on that link, I'm redirected to the payment page. We can see earlier it's we have empty page, but now we have a pending payment of 150,000, and also is payment for sideways. We can print the advice for filing or for other purposes. So when I click on that link, it's going to automatically generate a letter for us so that we print and act on it accordingly. So let me go back. Okay, this is it. So after making payment using this provided procedure, so we come to the portal and click on confirm. We upload details about the payment that we have made, the date we made the payments, and other information. We made the payment via bank, so we upload our payment receipt. So in this case, we don't need to to um to send the our payment evidence either via email or WhatsApp message. So we simply come to the portal and upload it. So we write a remark. Just waiting. Okay, successful. So we can be able to. We have submitted that request. So and MBT are going to process that request and treat accordingly. We can see that our status has changed from pending to awaiting confirmation. So let me just quickly go to MBT's end to clear our request. So in just a moment. So just a moment, I'm just trying to clear the request from MBT's end of the application. Okay, I have approved the payment. When I refresh to this page, we can see the status of our payment has changed to paid. The next functionality we have is the Digital Technology Academy. So when we want our institutions to be a digital academy, digital technology academy training center, so we simply come to this portal from the navigation section, click on new application request, and we are going to be presented with a page to initiate the request. After initiating, request, so it generates an invoice for us for this purpose. So after we just make the payments just like the way we have for the other sideways. So in this case, we can see it's a different purpose and also a different amount. So just for this, just like the way we do earlier, so we can we make the payment and upload the payment details. This is card. So choose a file. So I'm just trying to look for a PDF document. So okay, no, this is not okay. Okay. So my network is just bad. Okay, like okay, we have successfully gotten this. I will click on submit. We have this operation successfully. So back to NBT's end of the application. So let me just quickly clear that payments that we have just claimed to have made. So 500,000. Okay, I'm the only person. Okay, I'm confirmed the payment. When I refresh this page, we are going to see the status of our payment request has changed from awaiting confirmation to paid. So the next functionality we need to go back to is the new program request functionality. So to initiate request for that, simply click on this new request. So we can be able to write a remark and submit to NBTE for approval. So I've written remark. Okay, we got an error that we cannot submit without institutional administration. So let me just search institutional administration and add it. So okay, after adding, we write a remark and submit to NBTE. We can see that our request is submitted successfully to NBTE. We can see the request. We can only be able to view programs. We cannot edit once the request is submitted. So on NBT's end of the application, NBT is going to evaluate those applications and communicate it and to be communicated accordingly. So let me just quickly do that from the end of NBTE. So confirm. Okay. So we are done with it. So the next line of action is for us to fill the SSQ. So we can see after processing, we have an invoice generated for us, which is for 1 million naira. We just simply upload the evidence of payments, just like the way we have for others. They made the payments today. They make via bank receipts. So receipt, this is the file we have. Okay, we have this successful. Let me just quickly this payment on MBT's end. So payments. Okay, we have the payment awaiting confirmation. Okay, here is it. We have it. Let me just quickly confirm. Okay, no, we don't have it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I've seen it. I'm going to confirm the payment for the system to allow us to continue. For instance, we have a pending payment now. When I try to access pages, so we got redirected back to that payment page until our payment has been cleared and approved before we'll be able to continue. So let's just accepted this. Okay, after successfully submitting, when we refresh this page, we can see that the error is gone. And also when we scroll down here, we can see the amount and we can see the status has changed. So the system is now going to allow us to fill our SSQ. So I will click on fill SSQ. Let me just go to users administration, I've explained earlier. So ND Computer Science, this is the code for us. So we closed it, we cleaned it, and she the, let me just reset the password. For this, I've reset the password. So to log in with the departmental user, I'm going to log out. After logging out, I'm going to put, so we can see that the system will force us to change our password because our password was the default password used. So let me just put in one letter character. So we have our password changed successfully. We can see the menu displayed to this departmental user are not much, only SSQ, and under SSQ, he or she can access only fill SSQ and submitted SSQ. So clicking on fill SSQ, we can see the program that we have, the type of the request, and also the status. So we click on process, we are going to see each section that we are going to upload details for that is applicable for us. So thank you very much. This is pretty much what I have on the use of the digital NBTE platform. Thank you for having me.
Hello, Ikilil, are you there? Hello, Ikilil.
We lost him, sir.
Oh, okay, maybe network, we lost him, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ask him to rejoin, but while rejoining, let me see if I can just share my screen and continue while he stops. Can you see my screen now? Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you. I think we can continue. I can continue from where he stopped. I think before he joined, please bear with us. Maybe he has a network problem. He is Okay, he's at the institutional part where he's initiating a request from a test school, NBTE test school. Okay, this is. Okay. He is in one of the departments. I can't remember the department where he is. I think it's computer science department, right, Jago? Okay.
Sir.
Okay, good. Okay, I think I will go in. So as he rightly explained to when you are in your institutional platform, this is the overall institutional platform. You can see that you have a user admin under which the listed of your programs are there. And in each of those programs, they have their own user IDs, which is expected each department should be able to use it to log in and fill in the SSQ of that department. So for example, we have institutions that have 100 programs, and these programs can, be, the SSQ of this program can be attended to concurrently. So each and every department should be able to fill in the SSQ and submit. But when they are submitting, they are not submitting directly to NBT. They are submitting to the central pool, which we'll show you. So this is one of it now. For example, if I am the HOD computer science, I'm using that, and HND computer engineering technology will use that, and the HND cybersecurity will use that functionality. So let me log in with that departmental credentials. Now I'm in that Department of Computer Science. So I can field my SSQ, OC and return SSQ. So here he is while he's trying to show you how to fill in the SSQ. So you will see the list of that program, which is ND Computer Science, and the request is new program, and the status is pending. Let me close this. Okay. Then you go to here and click on process, where you'll be able to process the SSQ. The process of SSQ, it has 4 components: academic matters, physical, facilities, staffing, and funding. So these are the 4 components of the SSQ. In the academic matters, you have some components under it. One is its goal and objectives, entry requirement, evaluation, the curriculum that you're using, admissions, student handbook, examination, the practical book, and the project, your student project. So you have to say your goals, whatever your goals is, to be an excellent institution, for example. An excellent institution. Then you add this as your goal. If you have it, it's here now, you can delete it and you can add other goals that if you have. Any objective, you can have your objective to train, depending on what you want to do, to train student, I don't know, it's one of your objectives, for example. So you can add this as an objective. So that has been added as well. So you go, okay. So then the next is about your requirements, your entry requirement. You have to state the entry requirement. What is your JAM score? Select the combination of your JAM scores in this department of computer science. Then whatever, when you add, for example, let's say 200 is our JAM score, you have to add it. When you select the program, maybe chemistry, you add a chemistry. It's one of it. Then you can select commerce, if it is among, you add it. So you have to select the number of your programs that you have. Then if you have any A-level entry requirement, you have it, you state it. Then these are your O-level subjects, as I said. You select, and their grades. Is it in A, in B's you want it? Okay, for example, we said chemistry there. Let's say chemistry. Then which grade? Is it C? Normally in Nigerian context, is C from C6. So you add that subject, successfully added. So after adding all of that as your requirements, then you can have your evaluation method. What method are you doing for your evaluation processes? Are you using examination or test? Whatever examination process you are doing. So it's expected that you type it here, CA and exam, CA, sorry, and examination. So you stated what you have and exams. Then you submit. And this, then the curriculum that you're using, you upload it, the curriculum that you obtain for this program that you're using. Then your list of admitted students, also you upload it on the PDF file. All these are mandatory and they shouldn't look, it's very important that you look at the size of the file. So you have to select that. And because I'm not using the test, I'm using the real system. Let me see, what should I put here? I have to upload those documents. Okay, let me find one of the document. Okay, let me see if this will go. Okay, no, it will not because it's in a different file format. It has to be in PDF. Let me get one of my PDFs. Oh, test, yes, I have a test document upload here. Okay, so it's there, you upload it. So all of this, also you go to admission list, you upload it. Where's my test document? Yes, upload test document, upload same test. Your student handbook, it's expected that the sample of your student handbook should be uploaded. So for accreditation purposes. So you choose that handbooks. Okay, no, PDF as well. Upload it. Jabir or any one of you should mute himself, please. Okay. It's expected that you upload at least 5. So you can choose up to 5, then you upload them. Then the examination, so that the sample, you say examination question papers was marking scheme for current and last session. So if you are not a new institution, it's expected that you show some of this. You have to upload some of these documents. The practical book, sorry, the handbook, before I was talking about student, it's not practical, it's student handbook that you print for your students, and you have to upload also the practicals, at least 5. This is why you upload the 5 samples practical from your students, then sample project from your student as well. So if you feel in that you finish with academic matters, then you come to the physical facilities. The physical facilities are your classroom, lecture theater, halls that you're using for teaching your student. So if you are adding a classroom, you just click add. This is it. You name the class C class C1, for example. Then description of that classroom. You have to describe it. Then you have to categorize the classroom. Is it shared or dedicated? Then you have to state the size in meter square, 30 meter squares, and the capacity of student that is taking, maybe 50. Then you upload a picture with a GPS camera. Then this is what is expected you to do. Then you submit. Yeah, because we didn't fill in some of those details. As I said, it's expected that you are to submit all the documents. Let me see. Camera. Okay, I think I did. So description. Okay. AI class. Is there anything that I didn't choose again? If I to be dedicated 30. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Why is it? Okay, so I think that because I left some information back then, I didn't fill in. Maybe that's the reason it's not allowing me to do, because I'm jumping. So being a test, this is how you add your lecture theater. Also the same way you did it, your classes, laboratory, and what have you. So also when you come to your, after this, you ensure that if you have any facility that is related to that department, you should input it. For example, we don't expect a computer science department to have a farm, so you should leave it out. If there's any project or facility that's under construction, it's expected to include it in here. Tools and facilities, that's where you put in your tools and facilities in that facilities after you selected the facilities, because I didn't submit any. Then you have your office accommodation. This is the name of the office, description of the office, category also, and sizes. Then you add it, the HODs, your supporting staff offices, and what have you. And the library, this is where you put in your library. There's the name of the book, the type, the category. Okay, sorry, the name of your library, whatever name you have for the library, the type, the category, and the square meter, and whatever. Then your books in that library, after defining it, that's where you put it. Then the third is the staffing. It's expected that you fill in all the staff of that department that you have. The staff ID, name, type that of the appointment. You have the date of that rank, years of experience, category, gender. Then the last is the funding, where the institution are getting it is funding. You put it, your funding. Is it for any renovation, construction? Which facility is that? And the amount allocated for that, and their budget and description, where the funding is coming from. So after doing that, then this department can now submit SSQ. What we mean by submit SSQ here, most of the institutions are taking it that when the department submit this button saying they have submitted SSQ, they have not submitted SSQ to NBTE. Essential remark, okay, sorry, SSQ completed. For example, sorry, completed. If they submit it here, it's saying that it has successfully been submitted, as you can see, which I say, okay. But that doesn't mean you sent it, this department have submitted it to NBT. It is there in the central pool of the institution. This is where if you have any return SSQ, for example, your chief executive, when you look at it, if he realizes there are mistakes, he can send it back to you. This is where you find it. But if he's okay with it, then he can submit to NBTE. So let me go back. Now the computer department have submitted the SSQ to the institutional level, not to NBTE. It's important to note this, to the institutional level, not to NBTE. So let me go back. Please, Jabri, let me know if it clicks back so that you continue. At the institutional level, under SSQ status, you will see submit SSQ to NBTE. And that's why you see the ND Computer Science SSQ is. You can see it here, the type. So as the chief executive of this institution, I can return it back to that department to work on it if they have made any mistake, or submit it to NBTE. However, please, chief executive and director of ICTs who have this privilege should not send an SSQ to NBTE until all departments have completed the SSQ, have filled and submitted the SSQ here. Because when you submit this SSQ to NBTE, you cannot return it back, and process must be completed before any other SSQ to be attended to. So if you have a pending SSQ, that means it has to have a different quality assurance altogether. So it's important to wait until all other departments submitted the SSQ before you submit it to NBTE. So if you are happy with it, for now, we are just sending any computer science, you can submit to NBTE. And it says successful. So at the NBTE end of it, we have numerous processes where the department concerned, if it is a new institution, it will go to the new institution department. If it is an existing institution, if it is a polytechnic and allied institution, we'll go to the polytechnic and allied institution department. Or if it is a health, nursing science and health technology institution, it will go to nursing and health science institution. So all of this depending on the type of the institution. So they will do the SSQ analysis, they submit their report, all processes will be concluded, and they will select a date for the visit. So I'm not going to show you that because that's not really what is important, but let me see what can I do now. I can generate a cost for the NBTE test school is here. We can now continue our work at this end to ensure that we can add our personnel. And I just want to give you a kind of, you see it here. You can see this is live. We have other institutions, so I don't want to continue with that process because processes are here. But this is your NBTE institution. It's only telling us we submitted only institutional administration and ND computer science. Mind you, we will have other departments that they didn't submit. So if they didn't submit, we cannot be able to see them here. So yes, we can add for whatever stuff. These are institutional aspect. I think I will not even allow, okay, let me not even show this. So at the end of the day, the institution will now add a visit details after adding the staffing to do your work. And at the portal of the institution, you will see the date that has been selected for the visit. They only come to confirm what you have uploaded in your SSQ. And mind you, there is a penalty here. If any institution provides a false information, there is a penalty that if our staff and the professional body that are involved in the quality assurance, they went and they will cross-check what you have uploaded earlier with what you have on ground. For example, because it's a computer science program and it says that you have 50 computers in the laboratory and they found you only have 30 and the benchmarking is 40, that you must, for that program, you must have 40. So you lied, that's one lie. If it is the only one, NBTE has a penalty to it. You have to pay fine. If they also went to another hole, maybe a theater, you said that you need a theater for this and you said you have it with this capacity, but you don't have it. Or some offices, you said you have it, but you don't have it. That any of that, one single lie is a lie on its own, and it is liable to a penalty. But if it reaches 3 and above, that can even lead to suspension of that quality assurance and cancellation of that program. So you have to be mindful of what you are uploading. The visit will come. And the visit is not only one person. It will come with the NBTE staff as well as the professional bodies and on that regard. So this is it. After that, NBTE will come back and do other internal processes and analysis and take a decision whether approval will be granted or denied on the program that you are requesting. And as soon as that has been done, as earlier explained to you, you see the later here for that quality assurance approval, if any. So you will see it and you download it and you'll be able to look at it. But because it has not been completed, approval has not been granted now, you may not be able to generate any quality assurance later for this program. And all of these processes, as you can see, the timeline, it takes 3 weeks to finish all of this. Maybe what will stay, it depends on the timing of the meeting. There's monthly ESCO meeting to consider submissions from institutions. And if your institution is lucky to be presented to finish the processes before that meeting, for example, a day or two or a week to join that, and approval will be granted or result will be communicated to the institution. But if your institution have just submitted after yesterday, the committee sat down, it has to wait for another month for the committee to sit down and consider the reports of institutions. So that's what it is. And I believe, I know you have been taken through to the platform altogether. And the webinar is 2 hours, 1.5 hours for presentation and 30 minutes for question and answers. So I would like to say this is where we come to the end of presentation from our own end. And I believe and I hope that this has, give some insight and information and enlighten institution on the process. So with this, I don't know, is Iklil back, Jabir? Probably
No, sir. It's not.
Okay. So I'll continue from here. As you can see, that's why we're a team. Anybody can take us through and continue from where one stops. So now, if you have question and answer, I'll be allowing members based on those that raise their hands. So if you have raised your hand, we will now see. Please, those that are on the live streaming, let them post their question and answers there. We'll read them. Jabir, please be looking at those on the live streaming. If when we come, we'll allow them probably toward the end to read their questions so that we can be able to answer. Please be straight, go straight to the point on your concerns, questions, and answers. Don't waste time of any protocol. Just go straight to the point because we don't have time. And please, whenever your question has been attended to, you don't need to repeat it so that we can have other questions to be cleared. I will start with National Builders Polytechnic. You can unmute yourself and speak now.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor, for the training. It has really dazzled some of the questions I was to ask with regards to the SSQ submission. So, but my other question now goes, we applied for new programs. I've been able to access the portal for the accreditation, for the programs we are requesting for accreditation. But for the 2 new programs, we have made payments, but I don't know how to proceed further. If there is also a window where we can also submit SSQ for.
Absolutely. If you have made your payment and payment has been cleared, you are now at the filling of SSQ of those new programs. So you can go back and initiate another request for accreditations of those programs.
Okay, what I should do is to go back and accreditation of the new programs.
I'm showing it in my system.
Okay, I'm seeing now. Yeah, yes,
so
I'm seeing it.
You can request the accreditation of those programs, and invoice will be generated. You make your payment, and you fill in the SSQ and submit as you did for the other one, so that at the end of the day, when the visit is going to take place, to come at the same time for new programs as well as their accreditation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Finally, Doctor, please, we are yet to bundle for the ERP platform. We have not made, but the last training I was about, the network was not friendly. So we are yet to do that payment. So I don't know how we can proceed with that.
You can proceed by going to that landing page of the ERP and continue registration. And there is a manual at the top right-hand corner of that landing page. This is it. I'm still showing it to you. So you can download the manual here.
Yes.
And you can read through the registration. And these are the registration. And the web address is just erp.nbt.gov.ng. And when you go, you take you /register, it will take you for the registration.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. So next is
Yeah, you can now.
is Dr. Kolawale Joseph. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I have this question to ask. We have two programs in my department.
Which
HND,
institution, please?
SLT.
Sorry,
Okay,
institution.
Yaba. Okay,
Oh,
Yaba
Yaba
College
Tech.
of Technology.
Okay, Yaba Tech, you're welcome.
Yes, sir. So we have two programs in my department, which is HND, SLT Microbiology and HND, SLT Environmental Biology. So with the login details, I was able to log into environmental biology. Then when I click on SSQ to fill the form, everything is going on well. But for HNDSLT microbiology, after inputting the password and everything, then process is not showing when I click on fill SSQ. So I don't know if you can help us.
Okay, I think one of the problem you have is about your screen. If you're using a mobile screen, or you are using even if you're using a laptop, it's on a mobile screen mode, you will not see that process until you go down, just the way you see when our earlier presenter is showing. That is one. And even when you go down, you see one blue cycle button with plus sign. You have to click it so that you can be able to see the button for the process. So, but you can use other system to do that.
It's not showing, sir. I was using a laptop.
Even if you're using a laptop, it is in the, what do you call it, in the mobile mode, you won't see it. But I'm assuring you, exactly that's where the problem is. Change your laptop, change your browser. Certainly you should be able to get it done.
Sir, but it's the same laptop I use for the other program, which is environmental biology. And the same thing.
Okay, so what you will do, I take note of that, and I will ask you to please contact one of our support team, Jabir.
Okay, can I have his phone number? Or
yeah, but no, now he is here with us.
I think, sir, they don't have a request on that particular program he is mentioning. There is no request on it. That's why.
Okay.
Request? I don't understand. What do you mean by request, sir?
So yeah, you need to go and to the accreditation request, if it is accreditation, for it to come to your department. If you didn't do that, you will not see it.
Okay.
So it's not you are director ICT or you are rector who have the privilege of this kind of privilege that you can see this. So they will go and make the request first and select your department. And let me tell you, until your department is due for accreditation, that they can be able to select it. If it is not
due.
Okay, that's what I just wanted you to know that. So thank you, Jabir. He has he clarified that.
Okay, so, I will see the rector, sir, on the ICT.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next is the, what do you call it? Timothy Michael, please unmute yourself and speak.
All right, thank you so much, facilitator. My own question is quite very simple. I saw that there are some institutions that already have access to this kind of platform, but my school, SQI College of ICT.
What is the name of the school?
SQI College of ICT.
SQI College of ICT. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In Ogumosho, your state.
Okay.
So we do not have access to this platform. I want to know, why is it that we do not have the access to this platform? No login details for this.
Okay, a circular has been circulated for a very long time. Earlier on, institution went on the online themselves, fill in their information, and the system automatically generate the login details for them. But since we have moratorium, that has been suspended, and now you need to write a letter to the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, requesting for login details. That letter must be signed by your rector or your registrar. And in that letter, you need to give an official email, email and phone number of your rector or provost, their chief executive, and the director of ICT, his official email and phone numbers. So in that, your institution will be configured and the login detail will be communicated by the official emails provided. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. SQL, then I think the next person is Macy Frank at DIC, please. Unmute yourself and speak. Mercy, okay, your question, we can't hear you very well, but.
The last question, the last speaker already asked. But
okay, I've already answered it. Okay, good.
So please. On the ERP.
Okay, which institution is that, please?
International Institute of Tourism and Hospitality in Agua.
Tourism, okay, thank you.
We have still not been able to access the ERP. The last person I contacted through the WhatsApp platform wasn't that helpful. So I would like to know how we'll get on that ERP platform, because you've already paid.
Okay, how do you get to the ERP platform? You have, I think, tourism, you paid and you get to register, right?
Yes, we paid, but we registered on the old platform, but all those details were dropped.
Yeah, okay. What you do is that there is a new, using the email that you registered earlier on, login credentials were communicated in that email. So if you have not gotten it, please check those emails. And your rector.
I checked those emails. I checked the email of the DIC.
Okay, no problem. Please take note of that login credential for your institution, and we'll look into it and resend it to those emails. Login for ERP. Yes, I took note of that to be sent again. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right, then the next, please, you can put your hands down so that we will not confuse us. Mr. Kolawale, yes. Anybody that speak, please put your hands down. Then the next is Adebola Adams. Adebola Adams, you can now unmute yourself and speak, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, doctor. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yes, this is Adebola Adams from Kogi College of Nursing Sciences of Bangede. The DMU. On behalf of my director of ICT, we are only running one program, which is nursing. So for the ERP, we don't know how to really come in. Though doing our contact in Kaduna earlier this year, but basically we are not able to ask our question on how to fully come in. Just I don't know, because of the nursing council and so NBTE, so we don't know how to really come in on how to register on the ERP. So that's why I want a proper clarification, so that I will revert to our provost here.
The proper clarification is that each and every institution under the purview of NBTE must register with the ERP. So you just go into using this mbte.gov.ng/erp.mbte.gov.ng/register and register the process. The manual of it is here on the top right-hand corner. You can download it and go through that processes, please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. But for we having one course now, is it okay? Okay, I get it now.
It's an every institution.
Okay.
You must go through.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. That is just my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can put your hands down, and now Dr. Adesanya Bello from Taraba. Please, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, good afternoon, sir.
My rector.
Hello, sir.
Hello, I'm with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My
I really appreciate you, sir. Honestly, I'm very grateful for all that you have done.
I just got the voice.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
How are you, my rector, sir?
We are fine, sir.
Good, good.
Sir, this is the Director of Quality Assurance at Taraba Polytechnic, sir. Not the rector.
Okay. Yeah, how
yes,
are you?
Sir.
Yes.
I'm fine. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. The last meeting, honestly, I wasn't there. So that ERP platform of a thing, I don't know much about it, but I only got a little now by what you said, that all institutions under you should register.
Yes.
So I think partially that one is clarified.
Thank you.
Then the next thing, sir, is when we initiated this program, the new program we are to float, along the line, we were directed to payment. And when we go to the payment, what reflected there is the payment we made earlier, January this year. So the new invoice for this new program was not generated. How do I go about that, sir?
Please, we'll look into your institution. If you have an existing request that's not been clear, we'll clear it so that you start afresh for the new request. So it is Taraba State Polytechnic, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Suntai.
Yeah, Suntai. Yeah. But I think that has been cleared, sir.
No, the first thing you clear was we are inability to initiate a new program.
Let me tell you something. You will see those, certainly all the record of your last payment will be there. But if you look at the statute, it will say paid.
Yes, yes.
So if you are paid, it's just a record of those transactions did earlier on.
Earlier.
Yes, so don't worry about that. Under that, you will see the new request that you have. If truly you initiated a request, it will generate down there. Then you go down, you will see that where the payment is. After making the payment, you have to go to that particular payment and upload your receipt.
Yes, sir. We couldn't see where the invoice will be generated. That's the problem, sir.
No. It's automatically generated. If that means that means you didn't select the programs. If you do select
sir. I did, and okay. I submitted. Yes,
okay, no problem. We'll look into it. I will look at that.
Okay, sir.
And staff will get in touch with you and
Thank
see
you,
where the challenges are.
Thank you very much, sir. More grace, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The next is Mr. Emmanuel Young. Please say your institution and we'll continue. You ask your question. Please don't repeat questions that were asked, please. Mr. Emmanuel, okay, sorry, I didn't ask you to unmute. You can unmute yourself now, Mr. Emmanuel.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sorry, sir. I want to make inquiries about this ERP and registration under HND. Before now, our school, we are no school. We just started a HND program. And we're trying to register that HND program before this ERP came up. And we have been trying to upload. I don't know how to go about it. Registering the HND. We have done the registration of ERP, the password and everything, but I want to know how do we go about this registration?
Okay. Don't worry, all your programs that are accredited by NBTE will automatically be added to ERP. So for example, your existing program now, for those earlier institutions that are registered, paid, and be onboarded, at our own end, we have added most of them. And
automatically it has been added.
Yeah, automatically. That's the process.
Okay. I'm talking about how to upload the student's name.
Let me finish.
Okay, sir.
If I didn't finish, you may not understand. So automatically it will be uploaded. So if you finish the, what do you call it, HND accreditation, if approval is granted to you today, systems automatically will push that ND program to the registered ERP. You don't need to do anything. So the system will do it for you. Have you been onboarded on that? Have you make a payment and been onboarded on the ERP?
We have done the payment, we've registered.
You have been onboarded. So don't worry,
Yes,
go ahead with your quality assurance of the HND. As soon as you finish that, automatically the day the approval was granted online, system automatically register that program or programs in your ERP.
Okay, sir.
Yes. What is the
what I'm trying to say now is the students, I saw a place whereby you have to upload names of students and the rest.
Yes.
I really don't know how to go about that.
You look at the manual here. You may need to go and read the manual and follow step by step how you do that. I believe last week that's what we did, and we still come back to do other in-depths how the process are. Now, with this short time, I cannot be able to take you through the process of how you do that. But I'm advising you to read at the manual here, just download it, go through it. It's a straightforward something you can be able to understand.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the name of your institution? I just want to ensure that your programs
Nigeria Navy College of Accounts and Finance.
Oh, Navy College. Okay, Nigerian Navy College. I know you have done that. We have done it for you. So
Please.
thank you. Yeah, so
I would like to know when the next meeting comes out on the ERP, please.
We will certainly share the webinar. We have other programmed workshops like this. So certainly the webinar will be shared.
Okay, because you said they hosted a meeting last week, but I was not aware of it.
Are you not part of any of the platform?
I am. I've been waiting for it for a long time.
No, it's there on the platforms. It's your profile. Yeah, maybe you didn't see it, but that doesn't mean that it has not been shared. So it's your provost also not on the all rectors and provost platform.
Okay, rectors approval platform.
Yeah,
okay.
Also that as a platform. So you may be able to get in touch with your chief executive to ensure that information are formally communicated.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you. So next, I think we only have two them close for now. Okay, Timothy, you have asked, please, you can put your hands down. Mr. Sam AIFPU, please unmute yourself and speak. Okay. Okay. I'm still waiting. Mr. Sam, you've been asked to unmute yourself and speak. Hello, Mr. Sam. Okay, I think he's having some challenges. So, Professor Agu Ikwe, before
I was having challenge on muting.
Okay.
Because it was saying that the admin did not permit me to do it. Okay, mine is still on this ERP. We are still on the accreditation. We've done the payment. We are doing the accreditation. But all of a sudden, we can't log into the ERP. We've tried to reset and all that. It's not going through. So I don't know who can help me reset my institution's password on ERP so that I can begin.
What is your institution, please? Your institution, please.
Accreditation Federal Polytechnic, Uwana.
Uwana Accreditation.
AIFPU.
Accreditation, yes. Okana. Okay. Okana, no problem. We look into it and reset it, and you get the reset process on the official email registered.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome. Then, last but not the least, is Professor Agu equate before we answered some of the questions on the live streaming. So, Prof, go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, sir, for all the enlightenment I follow through. I'm the provost of Federal College of Agriculture, Chicago.
Okay.
And this is my first time of joining this platform. I wanted to understand a number of things because there are some programs we are proposing, that we want to do resource inspection on. And there are others that are also going to go for accreditation. So I don't really have a full grip of what is going on. But I wanted to find out, because when I listened, it does appear, you have some director of academic planning on this platform listening. You have ICT people. I wanted to know, what of heads of departments? Are they supposed to join this platform to understand what different departments are supposed to do? Or is it just meant for NBTE, the DEX officers and the ICT directors? I wanted to know the scope of people who are supposed to be part of this training, to know what actually we should be expecting in the college. And also, I don't know, I hope this the training is being recorded so that people can play the presentations that have been made and be able to be guided appropriately, because we want to see how to improve our studentship and be able to increase population of students in the college and have a better a better institution than we have today. Yeah. So mine is just more like to be educated more on what we need, what are the people qualified to be here, and what are the other platforms I had to mention, talk about the issue of the webinar and the other, so that we know who and who should be carried along, in these processes to have more robust things. Thank you.
That's fine. Thank you, Prof. The issue is you can't have all the heads of departments here. Why we limited to the ICT department directors and probably director academic planning and the chief executive is that the ICT director can have like a train the trainer program. If they are, because they are professional on that field, any other thing is just navigating to the platform. If they can be able to understand the platform, they can now train their co-departmental HODs on what need to be done. And it will be easier for us at the NBTE to handle each and every staff of your institution. So that's why we give this room for the ICT director, head of institution, as well as the academic directors. That's just the reason.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. I guess we are going to get the recording, though.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, the recording will be shared. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
All right. From those online, Nathaniel Adebayo, he said, kindly provide more information on the Digital Technology Academy Training Center. Will Polytechnics separately seek accreditation for this? What is the process? Yes, it is. The Digital Academy Training Center is another arm of an institution where they can be able to provide digital academy training. Recently, the Honorable Minister of Education signed MOU for this training. Over 30,000 people will be trained on digital skills. And this is funded and money will be paid. So some institutions that are already involved in this, they are the one that will be matching those trainees to those centers, and they can be able to train them and get paid for the trainings they do. So yes, institutions should request and paid for the separate accreditation for this. And we don't need anything. What we need is the other institution must have a director ICT, and it can be under that director ICT. We need to have the structure of the ICT to look into the affairs of that academy, and they need to have a laboratory, the computer laboratory, where they can be able to deliver those trainings, and they have a very good internet accessibility as well in them. And they should have staffing, so qualified staffing in that profession that you can be able to do. That's all. So you can request for accreditation of the institution and get. I hope this answers the question. The next is April aka 8761. He said, good day, sir. My institution initially applied for physical accreditation and made payment, but now we want to do the digital accreditation. What do we do? If you already made a payment for physical accreditation to the vendors, if you made it to the vendors, then it has to be, because you already made a commitment and probably they have already committed to that services as well. But next, you should be able to do the digital, because in fact, NBTE, based on the directive of the minister and the executive secretary, by the end of the year, no more physical. So, but if you made a payment on the NBTE platform, that's a different thing. In fact, there's no even any physical in the NBTE. You have to go to do it digitally. So I hope this answers your question. And if you have any other thing, you can contact NBTE directly so we can be able to resolve it. Then we have another one, Ahmedu Michael, 7914. He said, please, sir, kindly give a clarification of add academic staff quality assurance and DMU. Adding academic staff, I have shown it. He said I should add. So when you go to fill in SSQ, you must fill in your staff that you have not only academic staff. But if you are referring to the academic staff for the DMU, yes, we have a field for the academic staff under the purview of your institution that we expect that you upload. And very important, because some of those staff, if qualified, they will be picked for quality assurance in other institutions. And most of the quality assurance processes are digital. So they will be selected based on their experience and the rank they are holding to do other quality assurance for other institutions and get paid by NBTE. So it's very important. Not only that, we must have a data for all qualified staffing in any quality assurance to ensure that whether that department has the requisite staffing to run those programs. And again, number of staff in the academic staff determine the number of streams you'll be getting at the end of the day. So if you have the more number of qualified staff you have in your department, the more number of students you can be able to admit on that department. So I hope this answers your question, Amedu. Then there's another one, Yusuf Gambo, okay, Yusuf Gambo. Is ERP compulsory for all TVET and other institutions? Yes, all institutions under the purview of NBTE. They must have it because, as I said, NBTE is going digital. NBTE must have a clear data from institution, from enrollment to graduation, as requested by the Federal Executive Council. The Federal Executive Council ruled that education must be digitalized. And so also, so we need to have that data. So each and every institution must, and a memo was sent out by the end of this year. Any institution doesn't have all those requirements, including ERP, they may not be able to admit because the admission process will be linked to the JAM and also with the NYC for mobilization. So you must have this. A lot of institution abuses the carrying capacity. In fact, abuses even the accreditation process of the program. Some programs unaccredited, some are running expert accreditation. Now we must ensure that only institutions that have qualified, accredited program by NBT, they can be able to admit as well as their HND graduate be mobilized for HND. Then another question from those online is, says, Anthony, you say, please, what solution do you have for some of us who have done their accreditation, but on trying to log in, we still have no access? The only solution we have, we can set your credential. We can reset them through the emails that you registered with, the official email. So it's very important to have those what do you call official emails. And you can see now part of our processes is to ensure that you have official email. So I think with this, we have almost addressed some of the, or most of the questions here. And I hope this exactly 2 hours as we planned. I'm happy to end this meeting within the 2 hours. I would like to use this opportunity also to appreciate each and every one of you here, and those that even couldn't be able to join. Please bear with us. We'll be contributing, we'll be discussing, we'll be engaging to ensure that our own NBTE processes are really being understood by our stakeholders and institutions. And finally, before we go in, Aura just raised a hand, and with this, before officially closing, I will give you a chance, please, to speak 1 minute, because I've seen that you have tried to log in, you couldn't join. So please, you can just, in 1 minute, say your question before we now end.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon.
I'm Mahmoud Mohammed from Federal Polytechnic, Oranamure, sir.
Yes.
Certainly, we undergo the same process of accreditation last year, but we are anticipating about 11 programs to be re-accredited ahead of 2027. Now, my question here is that, are we going to raise them as new accreditation, or we all include them under re-accreditation? Why I ask is because of about 4 programs have been given approval for commencement last year, and the approval for commencement is due to expire by October next year. So are we to include them under re-accreditation exercise, or they will be treated separately as a full accreditation? Thank you.
No, they are all under accreditation. Those programs that you have, that you've been granted approval to commence, and they are now due. This is probably a student in the 3rd semester. So you request for re-accreditation. And also those that are given full accreditation, and they have 6 months to the end of their validity, are entitled for re-accreditation. So you all group them under accreditation. Only new program that you are about to mount, that you will request a new program. You request for the new program. Thank you. I hope I have answered your question. Thank you very much. And
yes, you're done, sir.
Last year, as a lot of people have raised their hand, please. We cannot be able to continue, answering all of those questions. If you have any question, please just send to the chat. We'll look at it and respond it back with the name of your institution. And thank you very much for your listening. On behalf of the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, I, Dr. Babangida Albaba, Director, ICT, and the convener of this program, wish to thank you for your support and understanding. But please be in touch in terms of ensuring that you be looking at our platforms for any information, and engage with your chief executive also for the memos and the circulars being sent for policy implementations. Thank you very much. With this, I'd like us to take 1 minute to say a prayer according to our faith and end the meeting. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless all of us. Bye for now. See you next month for another NBTE webinar. Bye.
So that also.
So they would answer your questions now.
Yes, they are actually we're not talking about the EPR.
Tara, the whole of Tara, maybe you are working already. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what the rector said, though. No, everybody knows that now. The rector said everybody's on it, that you have a better chance now because you can even apply yourself. I told you one of the meeting. Is it possible?
Yes, there are actually about that means you will enter your details and they will check and then they will come out. It's very so that they are not cooking. They want to come out and check the key is can make money when they come. I say you have to have offices.
To pick somebody they did not pick. They are not giving what they want to employ is 1,800 people in the whole of Taraba State, and they have already slotted it local government by local government. Jalingo local government, your own is 50. All the local they have numbers that they have given to them. So is that one that is going to be easy? You just want to. Now, which local government are you going to go?
Okay, she didn't have more data for COVID. So let's say I'm gonna anything by 2000. So in case you
sannan kuma ka zo dama rancen sun ce suna son ba su cin ba ba su cin to muna da wayanda sun karanta biochemistry sai na ce tun da ya dealing with bio ne ba sun je kaje meeting din ne complain da suna ta yi din
no, na fara sai na tashi a
haka an faɗa ina jiran shi zai bani feedback
Please, I'm in the meeting. I don't want too much noise.
shi ne na cewa da shi mai shanu da Ezekiel da gudu da bulus ba ce team of three ba
Yes. Don't remind me of anything.
so shi ne kenan yanzu su ne na sa yanzu na ja sun je sun ta rubutu magana ba su project ko sun yaya this is not a za mu tura su su je university je su project a wurin ba riga head of service ya ce mu shirya sunan wayanda muna so su tafi ba da su tafi yau
Dangare ne na gaya miki.
To yanzu ya
Yana ina.
zai shiga shi nan kan nan yana
Haka suke wallahi. Na wani wani tsumma. Da komin tsumma zagaye ne kan shi ne ba da a riga ta ce ba.
Kaga inda na gan shi kuwa ne?
Ai nan can ya zaga yanzu.
Wanda ya dama da haka zai fito. Kun dai ba ƙasa wace.
Yi shi da ɓangaren gari. Saka za a yi tuki. Kamar cikin da wancan ne mishi gaskiya ba na son baki.
Wai kalla zan yi.
Ya ba da dare in ko karatu ko kallo ba.
Ai kwadar.
Kudin dubinu na ci. Tar gani kallon mu ga. Mun kyau kan wallahi.
Ko komai kasa sai dai an ba misali.
Ai da muke saboda idan ki bai kai ni.
As.
Ta yi lalata. Amma kin san abin da zamu yi? Shiryawa zamu yi. Mu gani idan mota ta yi in je in ajiye ki. Amma kuma kin san abin da zamu yi bari mu gani mu jarraba. Bari in jarraba in gani sa data za ta yi. Ko kuma in sa miki kuɗi ki sai data.
Sai in danna aka iya sa kuɗin ɗan da ake siyan
An tuto shi. Sa'ad da sai a sayi data.
Ubangiji Allah ka taimake mu samu wannan loan.
Sai data.
Kin sai data?
Ce ne ka siya. Nawa ne ake danna?
Star.
1, 2, 1.
Mm.
Wannan ne da muke ne. Star.
Gashi dai na tura komai na sun ce za su sanar da ni idan an zaɓe ni. Kawo ba da suke kawo.
Where fara kallon ɗaya ko kuma sai a setting ɗin
Ga ta me kika danna tukunna kada mun dawo. Ba daidai ba ne ba. Daily data za ki siya ko
ai ban san yau ka tura ba.
200 ce?
200. Ta ko 1000 ce na wani gig ko 800. Duka duba na biya kuɗin cikin ga Airtel ɗin da aka ce. Ni ba zan iya ɗaukan shi ba.
Bari mu sai 2 to 3 days mu ga nawa ne. Sai ta 100.
Ina ce da wani ne. Airtel ɗin ma ya gyara. Airtel ɗin.
Okay. Zero 20 ne ma. Airtel.
Airtel ɗina. Sure.
I think it's searching it.
Yeah, abin da ya gyara kan.
Oh. 2483 8833. 090 ne ma shi.